Up next, the Pistons taking on the Nets. For the Pistons, eliminated from the playoff hunt, all that's left is to play spoiler. Nets, Pistons, tip-off right after this. Thanks for joining us midweek here. Tonight, we bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Grant Hill and Steve Smith, Allie LaForce, our reporter, I'm Brian Anderson. Now the opening lineup for the Brooklyn Nets. We've got Mikal Bridges. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Joe Harris, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point. And for the Pistons, it's Cunningham and Ivy at the 1 and the 2. Duran out there with Marvin Bagley. And it's Diallo in at the 3. And we talk a lot about momentum heading into the postseason. But then you see teams resting their players, willing to take a few losses, Smitty.
Well, B.A., the reason why is you have veteran stars who know how to win in the playoffs. Health tends to be your #1 concern for those guys. But for young upstarts, momentum can make the difference, especially in that first series.
Now here's Dinwiddie. A threat for them offensively. He's recorded around 19 a game. 6 on the shot clock. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Last season, the NBA mourned the passing of Hall of Famer Bob Lanier. He played his first decade with the Pistons.
A sad loss to the NBA. Now, he represented them 7 times as an all-star. But for all his greatness on the court, he'll be remembered just as much for the work he did off the court as the league's global ambassador.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Dinwiddie.
The people upstairs in Brooklyn have been making some very interesting moves trying to put together a championship caliber team.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. Here's the Pistons with the ball. Pass to Ivy. Here's Duran. Claxton with a rebound. Here's Dinwiddie. A threat for them offensively. He's recorded around 19 a game.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Pulls up at the elbow. Claxton with a rebound. Bridges with it. Dinwiddie right side. Over Ivy. And there's Dinwiddie. That one's good. On the assist by Bridges. And so it's Brooklyn with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Fans, your Pistons dance team.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And so it's Detroit with it. 6-point game. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip. On the floor for Brooklyn, Ben Simmons is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Thomas in at the 2 guard. Now here's Burks. Taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Pass to Diallo. Clock at 6. Now Wiseman. Back to Diallo. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
And the Nets making a change here. Finney-Smith's checked in for Claxton. Harris comes in for Bridges. Curry, he's checked in for Thomas. And it's Mills in for Dinwiddie. Here's Ivy. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. It could go. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Nets up 4. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They hold a 4-point lead. Kenny, what was your impression?
Well, I like what I'm seeing on the offensive end. They're keeping things simple, getting to their spots and executing. Nothing fancy, kind of like Shaq's suit.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Their defense has been dismal, allowing their opponent to shoot in the 60s. I'm sure they're getting an earful in the locker room. Amazing they've been able to keep it close. Boy.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
Keeping us all in motion.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. So it's Detroit now, trailing by 4. It's Cunningham and Ivy at the 1 and the 2. Amadou Diallo out there with Marvin Bagley. And it's Duren in at the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Stephen Silas. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
Now here's Finney-Smith. The D's right on him. Harris outside. 6 to shoot. No good that time. Some solid defense from Diallo.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Here's Ivy. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Mikal Bridges.
And Ivy has no fear when it comes to getting inside. He's got a strong frame and doesn't mind taking contact when he has to.
Ivy taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first.
And when you talk about Ivy, his explosiveness really stands out, especially when he's running the floor.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Just so reliable at the line. There was never a doubt that those were money.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. Nets out in front, up by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the court for the Nets as we get the fourth quarter going. We've got Ben Simmons, Patrick Mills out there with Seth Curry. Then it's Nicholas Claxton, and it's Thomas in at the three. Here's Hampton. Pass to Ivy. It falls! And tie game! Huge basket right there!
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Brooklyn calls timeout.
Keeping us all in motion. Here are your Pistons dancers.
For the Pistons, Duran, he's checked in for Wiseman. Diallo comes in for Burks. And Kate Cunningham subbed in for Hampton. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Finney-Smith's checked in for Claxton. Harris comes in for Thomas. Bridges, he's checked in for Curry. And it's Dinwiddie in for Mills. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. This is anyone's game. So he told them, stay aggressive, stay hungry. We can't afford to let up on the energy out there. He's hoping they'll finish with a flurry. Guys?
Allie, thank you. And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.
Just a dominant force for them on the offensive end tonight. I mean, stepping up big when his team needed, being able to gather a big share of their points. It's safe to say this game would have been a rough one for them without him in the mix.
The Pistons making a switch here. Bagley's checked in. Timeout called, the Pistons. They're trailing by 2. 26 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Ivy. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth. And there's the rejection. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the top.
Brooklyn with the ball. The lead is 2. And so they foul intentionally.
Hamidou Diallo. First personal foul. Team second. Shooting for Brooklyn. Harris. Joe Harris. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
This is where you want to run a play. Don't just walk it up and heave it.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for the Nets, Dinwiddie, Spencer, Dinwiddie, 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he ends up making the second. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. Cunningham passes to Diallo. And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And B.A., the visiting team is always under some added pressure. But they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
All right, Joe, congratulations. A great defensive effort for this team tonight. Can you elaborate more on what happened on the defensive end?
Everybody was just locked in. We just did a good job executing the game plan, knowing personnel, flying around. We talked about just trying to be the grittier team, the tougher team. I think we were tonight.
Great mental focus by the whole team. Thanks, Joe.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Steve Smith, this is Brian Anderson with our 2K Sports crew signing off. We'll see you next time.